Rebuilding after the California wildfires could be a long and difficult road.
And we want to help. KCAL News anchor Amy Johnson traveled to Paradise, a town that endured its own devastating fire. The Camp Fire destroyed more homes than the Palisades and Eaton fires combined. So we wanted to see what lessons they could share with us to help in our road to rebuild SoCal.
Now more breaking news, this time in Northern California, where an entire town has been obliterated by fire.
It was November 8th, 2018, and the Camp Fire was ravaging the town of Paradise.
I opened the garage door, and across the street from me, there was about a huge fire going.
Paradise Mayor Steve Crowder.
I left. I didn't take anything.
Crowder had just won the town council election 2 days prior. He didn't grab anything from his home, but instead started directing traffic out of the small community that so many retirees called home. It was now on fire.
It's going to be very difficult to access. Camp Creek Road is nearly inaccessible.
We managed to get the town evacuated. We lost 85 lives. And I can't imagine the people that lost loved ones in the fire.
He had just lost the town he loved.
At that point, it was really hard to imagine what a recovery was going to look like. I mean, we lost 95% of our town.
Brush fire breaking out in the hills above Pacific Palisades.
6 years later, it would be the Palisades and Eaton fires.
As I was watching the LA fires, and I'm seeing the wind, the dry brush, no rain, can't get aircraft up. I mean, that's exactly what we went through. It's all parallel to what we had here. Rain 2 weeks after the fire. I absolutely can relate to what everybody, this one really hit close to home for me. It just brought back what happened to us on November 8th. It is still hard to think about it.
Crowder lost his home in the Camp Fire, as well as the embroidery business he and his wife started.
This was my commercial property. I'm hoping that what I can share can give them hope and make them feel that, you know, it is not insurmountable and you'll be okay and you can do this. You know, that's a message that I need to get to them.
That was our kitchen.
He knows all too well what people here are going through.
And I'm sure they're feeling some of the typical government lag in things. Things aren't happening quick enough. We did get a lot of help from our congressmen, our assemblymen. FEMA was here, Cal OES was here, and they're here and they're there to help. They're both such big government machines that it doesn't always feel like they're necessarily there helping, but I know they are.
After all of these years, there is still a lot of emotion.
When you're talking, I still hear the emotion. It's still emotional for you.
It's tough.
But there is also growth, a rebirth of sorts. The mayor took us on a tour of the town.
So are these all new houses?
Yeah, all of these here are new. We have 3,500 contractors a day working in town. Before the fire, we did maybe 5 homes a year. Right after the fire, we were doing 500 homes.
He says a building resiliency center helped streamline the process.
We had building advocates here. We had a representative from the Contractor State License Board. We had somebody from the county was in here. We had PG&E, I think once a week would come in here. So you could get just about anything you needed here.
When you drive around town, do you see the loss or do you see the growth?
I see the growth because every time I drive by a lot, I go, look, there's a new house going in. That's really nice to see.
Driveways leading to nothing are sometimes the only sign that a house or business once existed here.
And are you hopeful that these people will rebuild?
Yeah, I'd like to see it get back to where it was.
The rebuilding is far from over. In fact, some people are still living in trailers.
6 years later, April 30th, our emergency ordinance will end, and there will be nobody allowed to continue to live in their trailer unless they have an active building permit.
The building standards are higher, so the old homes are being replaced with better homes, and damaged or destroyed schools are being upgraded.
Everything here is going to be new. There's positive. We're going to have underground utilities. We're going to have brand new public roads. Our schools are almost new. Our whole infrastructure will be new. So that's the positive stuff. Would I go back to the old Paradise? In a heartbeat, I would. But that's obviously not going to happen.
Now they build smarter.
What we found is with the open green space like this, things that had that seem to do a great job of surviving.
And what about insurance? Can most people insure their homes?
No, not in a traditional way. Most of them here now are going to the FAIR plan.
But they are trying to get insurance companies to come back.
That's what's going to keep our fire insurance coming back. You've got to have 100-foot clearance, nothing over 4 inches.
They also want the people to come back to Paradise.
We lost 13,000 plus homes, and right now we are 3,200 rebuilt.
And he hopes fire victims here in SoCal will follow suit.
Well, the first thing I'm going to tell them is don't ever let anybody tell you you can't rebuild, because you absolutely can. I don't care who it is that's telling you that. You absolutely can, and you will. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be quick, but it can be done. And you know, we're living in probably the country's largest construction zone right now. And sometimes, you know, that's can grate on you when you're stopped every 100 feet while this road's closed, that road's closed, you know, the pounding of nails and all this. But if you look at it, that's the sound of progress. It's kind of a nice sound to hear.
Mayor Crowder has visited SoCal several times to meet with various leaders and continues to be in regular contact, offering help and suggestions. Now, coming up tomorrow, thousands of homes were destroyed in the Palisades and Eaton fires. Many more were damaged.
Still emotional. I came around that corner the first day and saw this house, and I thought, what it looked like. How? How did we survive?
We'll hear from Paradise homeowners who have advice for homeowners here as we continue rebuilding SoCal. Lessons learned from Paradise.